You know that feeling, right? It's Friday afternoon, you get a spark of an idea, and you think, this could be the next big thing. But then, reality hits. You think about all the work just to get started, and that spark, well, it kind of fizzles out. Today, we're going to change that. We are going on a weekend speed run to take an idea from zero to a working prototype in just 48 hours.
But hey, before we jump into the future, let's take a quick and kinda painful look at the past. Remember the old weekend grind? You'd clear your whole schedule, pour a giant cup of coffee, and then you'd spend the entire day just wrestling with dependencies, fighting with config files, and trying to get a simple hello world to show up on the screen. The dream of actually building something cool gets totally lost in the nightmare of just setting things up.
And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? It's Saturday morning. Your energy's high. Creativity is flowing. Do you really want to spend the next 10 hours just getting your local environment to work? Or would you rather spend, say, 10 minutes and start actually building your idea? And no, that's not a trick question. It's the new reality we're living in.
Let's just break this down for a second. Over on the left, you've got the old way. Hours of painful setup, fighting with tools like Webpack, getting totally lost in what we all call configuration hell. Now, look at the right. This is the new way. Instant builds, AI doing all the heavy lifting for you, and going from an idea to a launch in minutes, not days. The difference is, it's just staggering.
So let's dive in. In this explainer, we're going to speedrun what people are starting to call the 2026 stack. And the crazy part is, this isn't some far-off future stuff. These are tools that are available right now, and they are completely changing the game for developers, founders, really for anyone who has a great idea.
Okay, first up, the visual layer. You know, the part of your app that people actually see and touch. This is where a tool called Lovable comes in, and honestly, its whole purpose is to give you an instant, beautiful user interface without the headache.
So, what even is Lovable? Well, think of it like your personal AI design partner for the front end. You just give it a simple text prompt describing what you want, and boom, it spits out a complete, fully functional, and even animated UI. No design degree needed, no tedious coding required.
And just look at how simple the input is. You're not sitting there specifying colors or pixel-perfect layouts. You just describe the vibe. Create a futuristic dashboard. That's it. That is the entire creative brief you give to the AI.
And here's what you get. A gorgeous animated dashboard that just appears. The person who made this said, and I quote, "I didn't write a single CSS line." Just let that sink in for a second. All those hours, maybe even days of meticulous front-end work, just automated. This is how you get your visuals done before your coffee even gets cold. Now, a beautiful front-end is awesome, but it needs a brain, right? It needs a back-end to handle all the logic, the data, the payments, and this is where our second tool, Bolt, comes into play. It's basically your back-end, but it lives right in your browser.
Now, the really crucial thing to understand here is that Bolt is not another UI generator. It is a complete development environment that lives entirely inside your web browser. This just completely eliminates all that local setup we were complaining about. No more installing databases or configuring servers on your own machine. It is all handled for you.
And just look how ridiculously simple this is. Step 1, you open your browser. That's it. Step 2, maybe you need to handle payments. You just type a command like install Stripe right there in the browser's terminal. And step 3, your backend is connected. It is literally that fast. You're working with real, powerful tools in seconds. So, we've got Lovable for the beautiful front end and Bolt for the powerful back end. You can probably see where this is going. These two tools, they're separate, but they work together towards one single, incredibly powerful goal: radical, unbelievable speed. This slide basically lays out the new dream team. Lovable is all about quickly testing the feel of your idea. Its superpower is turning a simple prompt into a prototype you can click around in, like, instantly. It's perfect for just validating a concept. Bolt, on the other hand, is for building the functional core of your product. It's ideal for creating a minimum viable product, an MVP, that actually works. So one gets you the look, the other gets you the logic.
So we've seen the tools, we've seen the workflow. The friction that used to exist between having an idea and actually executing on it is, well, it's pretty much gone. And that's maybe the most important takeaway here. The barrier to entry has never, ever been lower. So now the focus shifts from how you build to what you build. The focus shifts to you.
This is the only number that really matters anymore. 48. The number of hours in a weekend. It's no longer this impossibly short amount of time. With a stack like this, it's a massive opportunity. It's a runway to get your idea off the ground.
And so that's where we'll end it. That classic excuse, the one every single one of us has used, I just don't have time. It's gone. It's off the table. The tools are here. They're fast, they're powerful, and they're accessible. You have 48 hours this weekend. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?